What's up, guys? What's going on? Man, crap, man. I just gotta get this, like, out of my head, and on this video, you know what I'm saying? Audio, excuse me, man. I'm kind of like under the weather. But, yeah, man, by Al Heyman, the judge tosses, Al Heyman's attempt to dismiss the Bob Arum lawsuit. Supposed to be like an antitrust lawsuit, claiming that he's got some kind of monopoly over boxing and stuff like that, right? And what's weird is, you got a lot of people wishing, you know, ill will, on Al Heyman's success and the PBC and stuff like that. But I have to say, man, it's been like so much boxing. I still got like some boxing cards I haven't even watched yet, man. It's been like so much. That I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? This is a whole lot of boxing. And, all I hear is, since this thing came about, last April, was that, oh, he's wasting money. It was like a 400. This reporter right here, his name is Lance Pugmire. Pugmire from the LA Times. In his article, he said, the Kansas firm. I forgot the name of that Kansas firm, the financial firm. They gave him the venture capital for PBC. It was 400 million. I heard 400. He's saying 500 million. So maybe it's $500 million. I mean, that's what's being reported right now from Lance Pugmire, LA Times, as of January 6th, 2016. Right? So, yeah, I mean, he's got on PBC, NBC, ABC, ESPN, Fox Sports and whatnot. People at Bounce TV. People are happy, and people getting paid. And I mean, we're supposed to be in recession. You got the stock going down and stuff like that. You got people losing jobs and not even losing jobs, but they can't find a job, which I find that hard to believe. But some people can't find one or one that they want to work. So money's tight. You know what I'm saying? Money's tight, and here's a man that gets $500 million, and he's spending it where? Yeah, right here in the United States of America. So he's not, he's not like a vampire, like and I'm trying to stay on like finances, but just think about it, man. Just think about it. I mean, Al Heyman. I mean, what is he doing? He's providing people with jobs, work. Boxing is some of these guys' side gig, some of these guys' full-time occupation. You get what I'm saying? And who benefits from that? Like who's who's actually doing all the boxing and stuff like that? Who's actually like going out to these wars and Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff like that? Who's doing all the fighting? It's the poor folks, man. It's the poor. And who's the poorest? Who's the poorest? you know, who's the minority majority around here just recently? you know think about it, man. you know yeah, just think about it. I mean, one of the first casualties in my group, I believe it was a Hispanic guy. Yeah, him and another guy. I remember the other guy's name. I'm not gonna say the name. I believe it. I remember the names. The black gentleman who was his best friend. Yeah, I remember him, and they both died. Right there. And they brought him in. Another Hispanic guy. He was medevaced, and he was in good spirits. Both his legs were blown off. He copping jokes, do I still got my balls or whatever like that and stuff like that. But he ended up dying. Yeah, those guys those the same guys in the ring, bro. Those are the same guys in the ring. We got other guys, taking their lives and stuff like that because they're broke. Who was that one? Lexus Aguayo or something like that. He shot himself. I mean, I'm not laughing about that. I'm just saying, like, you know, I mean, where was he, in the room by himself and he shot himself? You know, Pacquiao, taxes and stuff like that. Not maximizing his wealth. Pacquiao should have been making just as much money as as Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He should have been bringing that money back home. But guess who's getting that money? Guess who's getting that money? You know, all that money that could have been going to charities in the Philippines, and maybe some money that could be going, back to your home and stuff like that. Bob Arum's taking the money, bro. You get what I'm saying? Bob Arum's taking the money. He's sucking you dry, which makes me wonder why he hasn't passed away yet. Not that I'm wishing that on him, but he is old. He's like a virile man. I mean, he's like Energizer Bunny, man. He's like all over the place. Him and Don King, they got something going on, man. They got drive. But at the same time, Bob Arum's not looking out for your best interest. Look. I mean, just thinking about it. Look what he's doing to Mikey Garcia. So he's suing Al Heyman for antitrust, saying he's got a monopoly on it. And now, his lawyer's like, yeah, when we're suing Mikey Garcia been out of boxing for like 2 years, bro. 2 years. And that's why I'm trying to like think about like this, not like as the color thing, but look at the financial thing. Mikey Garcia's out of boxing for 2 years. His brother's doing pretty good. It was a Robert Garcia. But think about it as far as the economic thing. Let's think about it as an economic thing. This man put on, I think like 40 fight cards out of the year, but depending on how many matches they got, I think Beats reported that he said, excuse me, it was like maybe like 200 something matchups. I mean, how many like Latinos and blacks that and then not only that the white dudes that was in it promoting it. How many of these people got paid doing that, man? How many jobs does this dude provide off from all the concession stands and the beer vendors and stuff like that? How many? You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it from that perspective to find where his money's going. This dude's just buying time on television, and he's getting the ad money and stuff like that. But somebody's got to be at these events and stuff like that. Somebody's got to, I went to one of these events, and they got the college kids working. They got guys selling beers and stuff like that. Fueling the economy is an event. He's like fueling the economy. It's like a shot in the arm for the economy. Like when Mayweather's going to jail, and he had to do what, that Cotto fight. He's like, hey man, hey, this is a big fight. We're in a recession right now. We're in Las Vegas. Vegas gonna need the money. Everybody's gonna be happy. And the judge's like, okay, yeah, you're right. $100 million. That we need that in our economy and stuff like that. So you got a lot of people wishing ill will on that, Al Heyman, the fail. But $500 million, that's a lot to go around. It's and one guy was like saying, and the reason I mentioned the Latino because one of the guys, just from his name, I'm only guessing that he's probably Latino. I don't know if he's Mexican or not like that, but I mean, dude, man, Alejandro, what was that, Gonzalez Jr. Uh, Al Heyman wanted to sign him. He did sign him, and he got him a shot. Just I mean, he signed him, and that's money he get to bring back home to Mexico, bro. You get what I'm saying? Some of that $500 million, that guy gets some of that, and he brings it back home. And he passes it around to his people. He might get his clothes done or something like that. He might get his house remodeled. That's fueling his economy. That's dollars he's spreading around amongst his people. And in the Hispanic community, it spreads around at least 10 times before it goes to someone who's outside of the community. A different ethnicity or color or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know how anybody want Al Heyman to fail, because Bob Arum wasn't getting all these fights, and not only that, he was taking money out of these dudes' pockets, money that probably could have gone to you. You get what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. So I mean, even with Chavez Jr., bro, even with Chavez Jr., somebody gonna complain about, oh yeah, Chavez got 2 checks. Yeah, but that's Chavez Jr. That's 2 checks he gonna spend amongst his people. He ain't gonna spend it in my community or Bob Aaron's community. He gonna take that money home. That's the money he got from his people, because they fans of his. But at the end of the day, when he spend his money, it's more than likely he's gonna spend it with in Mexico, or with somebody who speaks the same language as him, Spanish or something like that. Someone he's more familiar with. There's a good chance he's gonna. Then he's helping his father out. You get what I'm saying? See how it works. See how the money, the trickle down effects. Al Heyman gives you the money, no matter what you look like, what your religion or ethnicity is. He gives you money. You bring that money right back home. Get what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I'm just saying, if you live in like in L.A., whatever part of L.A., whatever you look like, and he's setting up five. Let's say you did like 3-5 mega fights in your city, and then like everybody comes out. You got like 100,000, people coming out. Maybe a few cars break down, or people go to these bars or whatever like that. Whether you're in the service industry, textile industry, or you know what I'm saying, it is whatever is fueling the economy. Somebody's gonna need something. You got to service like 100,000 people. Somebody, plane tickets and everything like that, that's coming into your town, to your airport, taxis. Maybe you do Uber, right? Let's say you do Uber. This guy does a big events. No, Uber. Yeah, I'm saying that right. Uber. And then Al Heyman does a big event in your town and stuff like that, right? Al Heyman does a big event in your town. And that's more people you pick up using your Uber or whatever like that. That's a little extra money. It's a big day. You bringing a fight to your town. You do the Uber and stuff like that. You know the area, and you pocketed some money. That's how it works. But Bob Arum, the dude, that guy's destroying all that. Because he wants more money in his pocket. That's all that is. He's just trying to change up the game to get more money in his pocket, man. Oh Lord. Anyway, in this lawsuit, man, I guess he's supposed to be giving some kind of deposition, and supposed to be spilling the beans or something like that, getting some more documents or some evidence or something like that. But anyway, if this PBC thing, crashes, no more $500 million, so we can have more fights. Like Brooklyn, dude, Brooklyn. Look what he doing with Brooklyn, bro. Come on, bro. You getting 2 heavyweight championship fights in Brooklyn, and they had a heavyweight championship fight over there, and what was it, like over 100 years or something like that? Which I don't believe, but that's what they say. I could have sworn, excuse me, Muhammad Ali fought there. But I guess it wasn't for no championship fights or something like that. Ali and Frazier. But yeah, man. Anyway, let me know what y'all think, bro. Do you really want Al Heyman to the fail and with the uh, I can see the gripe with the Golden Boy thing. I could kind of see that. I can kind of see that. But at the end of the day, De La Hoya was the same thing. He was exploiting his own damn people. He was just lining up his own pockets. He wasn't doing nothing big in boxing. And then it was just his people. He wasn't sharing the wealth outside the community. He wasn't focused on any other fighter. And the only reason he did business with Floyd because he was getting money, which was smart. Which was smart. Which is smart. He promoted his fights, but he wasn't thinking about nobody else. Um, but the Latino fighters, which is all right. I mean, Mayweather doing the same thing. So, um, but yeah, but Al Heyman, he feeding everybody. Shit, excuse my language, but yeah, he feeding everybody. All right, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Al Heyman, man. What would happen if we had the PBC? You think boxing would be better? Everything would be on HBO and Showtime. I think we still go back to that Cold War crap. And then, yeah, it'll still be the same thing. It won't be no $500 million budget. It'll be like a $50 million budget. All of it be going to Triple G, and Canelo. You know what I'm saying? With HBO and Showtime. I guess they'll keep on doing their thing. They always put on good fights though, but it won't be that much money going around. There'll be a lot of unhappy fighters. And probably a lot of guys retiring early too. But alright. I'll catch y'all later, man. Y'all let me know what's up. Alright, bye.